Hey guys, we're here today with BMW Ridgefield once again, and here we have the all-new 2022 BMW M3. Of course, with the controversial new grille. This one is beautiful red color as well. And today we're going to take a quick tour and look around the entire car, show you guys all the features and everything. And this one is a manual. This is the base entry-level model. This is not the competition version with the all-wheel drive just yet, but those will be coming soon, and they're selling like crazy already. So let's dive right in. So guys, here we are with the 2022 BMW M3. Now, of course, this is an M4, but the M4 just is cut in half and looks a little bit different on the back end. Here we have the key right here. It's pretty similar to a normal BMW key with the M Sport package. So you have the M badge right here, and we can just open it up. The lights don't do a little dance, but they do dim on. These are the laser lights, of course, as you can see. But the big talking point here, of course, is that grille, because everyone's talking about the grille. It looks polarizing, it's crazy. Well, here it is. I'm telling you right now that it looks way better in person than it does on camera or on video or anything. You have to come see it. When I saw this, my mouth dropped a little bit in a good way. The width of the body is insane. I think the tires just really fill up the wheel arches, make it look way better. And I think this looks better than the M4. I don't know what they did with the M4, but the rear end and the side profile just doesn't look as good as this M3. We still have the Hausmeister kink right here. Sorry guys, I'm like nerding out. And of course, this one has a carbon fiber roof. Like I said before, this is the base M3. What that means is that it's a manual, 6-speed manual. The lower horsepower range was like 475 horsepower around that area. The competition will get you, you have 8-speed automatic only, MX drive, all-wheel drive with a rear-wheel drive capability, and more power, like 503 horsepower. So here we have these really aggressive tires. I'm not even talking about the front end yet, because I love these tires and how they fill up the wheel arches, how they stick out. Look at this, super wide. Pirelli P0s, aggressive compound. On the side here, now we can see where the widening of the body is. So we have these vents right here. It's kind of like a hockey stick style vent going across, and that is accentuating, I can't say that word, accentuating the wider body. So you can see that how that sticks out, flares out in the front end. This giant, really side sill going all the way down. You can get that much wider rear end too. You can see where it's flared out. Of course, those wider rear tires, super cool. I love these wheels too. Of course, these are the black wheels. There are a few different options, I believe, and have blue calipers back there. Really nice combination of the package here. Of course, the shadow line package makes everything nice and dark. Coming around to the rear, of course, we have the quad exhaust tips in the center. They're huge, actually, so if we're gonna go closer, they're absolutely massive tips. I can almost fit my entire fist in there. It's huge. Of course, they're additionally tipped in black trim. Really aggressive diffuser down here. I don't know if it's functional or not, but it looks cool enough. Plastic. Of course, you can get that weird center exhaust option as an M Sport package, but I personally would not do that. Also back here we have this lip spoiler. Looks very subtle and nice. There is a larger spoiler available on the M Performance parts if you want to do that. Now let's go to the front end. So I think everyone doesn't appreciate the car. They just look at the front end and they don't want it because it's so polarizing. I'm here to tell you that it doesn't look that polarizing. I'm telling you right now, go to your local BMW dealer, try to see it in person. It will definitely change your mind a lot. So up front on the grille, the entire front end is unique again. So this is unique to the M3 and the M4. We have this super muscular hood going on here. We have these vents right here, you guys can see. And this blends right into the grille area. Now let's talk about that grille area, because it is a big talking point. All of it is open except for the center bar. So you have open slats, no venting at all. Just got the maximum amount of cooling for that twin turbo straight 6 under the hood. Additionally, on the sides, we have fully functional air curtains that go all the way around, drag the air out. And these are actually quite vented. They have like these upward swooshes in there to really help improve airflow. As you can see right here, really cool stuff. You can see right through to the ground over there. Love that. Now again, like I said, these are the laser LED headlights. Super cool. You can see the little warning for the laser right there. You can also tell that with the blue accent on there. Of course, these are full LED swooshes. Let me see if I have the key in my pocket so we can turn it on real quick. I think they're on right now, actually. I think it's just really sunny out, but on this side you can see them. Here we go. Yeah, you can see them right here. There's all the lights lit up right there. Really bright at night, so if you need that. Another thing with this grill is that I like how it's almost like a shark nose. You can see how it comes out and around and down. So it's not just a flat plane of grill right there. It's a nice sculpture going on here. I'm telling you, come see it in person. It does not look good on camera and video. Also on the sides over here, we have these traditional M mirrors where they are slanted and they're vented on the sides to allow airflow through there. And then this is just the typical stuff we have. So we can check out the trunk right now. Of course, power trunk. Double tap that, press and hold. Awesome. I mean, if you want to use this as a daily, you 100% can. You can just put stuff in the trunk. Pretty decent space, just like a regular 3 Series. There is additional chassis bracing underneath the floor to improve rigidity of the chassis, because this is a high performance model, of course. And of course, you can just press this and it will close. Something you would expect on a car that costs this much. So let's get to that cost real quick. This one actually is not too bad. It's $76,000 right here. You have the sticker. Like I said, it starts at $69,000 base M3, and you get a few packages, something like the executive package to get the laser lights and a few other interior things. But otherwise, this is pretty more of a bare bones option for the M3. We're gonna get to the interior in a second. But yeah, what do you guys think about the looks? So far, I'm pretty impressed. Everyone loves it so far. The dealers tell me they've sold 3 on the spot already. They have loads of pre-orders. This color is just incredible. It kind of changes from an orange to a red. Super, super cool. So let's go take a look at that interior, because this one doesn't have the crazy interior package, but it's still pretty nice. Okay guys, we have the key right here, and we're gonna go take a look at the interior now. Walking up, the car is closed right now, but I do have the window open. I can put my hand on the door panel here. It'll open up for us. Mirrors open up. We can open up the door, not lock it. BMW, there we go. You know, on the door panels, we can see right here, pretty traditional stuff, just some nice aluminum accents right there, leather stitching, and then traditional like Sensitech material. But again, this is the base entry-level version of the M3, so it can get pretty more fancy in the interior. The side sills, these are covered in plastic right now to protect them. That's why they're blue, but this is an aluminum side sill plate. You have your beautiful 3 pedals here. This is a manual. Love to see that. And these do not have those crazy competition seats that we saw in the press photos that have like carbon backing, with openings on the side. But these are more of your traditional M seats, and I kind of like these. These are perfectly fine. They're perforated, really supportive, nice bolsters on the side, and you have the M3 badge up here. I think this one illuminates. I'm not 100% sure. That might just be on the competition models. From the back end, you can see pretty much typical stuff that you get your 3 Series. They're just regular back with like a plastic, no carbon backing or anything crazy like that. The legroom is interesting. We'll get to that in a little bit, but it is a 3 Series. It's not a 5 Series or something. Hopping inside now. Okay. Sorry guys, it's kind of hot today for March. We are now on the interior of the new M3. I'm gonna close the door real quick. Solid thunk. What do you guys think so far? So we have our traditional M Sport steering wheel, and this steering wheel is pretty common now. We've been seeing it across all the M products basically. We have our carbon fiber all around here, carbon fiber around here as well, and of course our M buttons right here to use your customizable modes. Full digital dashboard. Now this one, since it is a full M model, we do get more of a sportier dashboard, which is nice to see. And of course we have our iDrive system here, and continuing now through the interior are more carbon fiber, lots of carbon fiber all the way through the center console. Carbon, 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 carbon. This plastic is still here. It doesn't feel cheap, but it'd be nice if that was in carbon fiber too or something like that. We do have a red start stop button right here because of course this is a full M product. And the highlight, I guess, of this one is that there is a 6-speed manual available. Like I said before, the 6-speed manual is only on option on the base M3 with the 470-ish around horsepower engine. If you want to get up to a 503-ish horsepower. I can't remember the numbers off the top of my head right now. Can only get the 8-speed automatic, and that's not a dual clutch, it's just an 8-speed torque converter automatic. And that gets the MX all-wheel drive system. You cannot get that in rear-wheel drive only. This one is a rear-wheel drive only, 6-speed manual, purest version of the M3 you can get right now. I think we should start it up because I'm hot. I might turn the AC on. So foot on the brake, foot on the clutch, and we have our start stop button right here. My key is in my pocket, and I'm ready for this. The car is now started up. As you guys can see here, this is the more professional version of the display right there. Now, if you want to make it even look cooler, you can go to your M modes down here, which will bring up a whole crazy bunch of stuff up here, and then it gets really aggressive. So now we have a full center tachometer. I think this is one of my favorite parts of the BMW screens. I know I don't like the typical version, a lot of people hate on it, but I think this one looks pretty cool. And up here we do have a heads-up display. If you guys can see it, it's kind of sunny out, it's right there. You can see the heads-up display right there. So that is here as well. I believe that comes with the executive package. Going through your M mode, so if you press M1, for example, it will change it into whatever you have set for M1. Same thing goes for M2 as well. If you want to customize your modes, BMW does offer a lot of different things you can change now. So you can press into setup, and you can change every single parameter you can possibly think of under the sun. So you go from engine, gear shift assistant, chassis, steering, and your brake. And yes, you can even change your brake feeling from comfort to sport to how aggressive the electronic braking system is. Steering, of course, can change the weighting of the steering. Your chassis, that can go from your dampers and adjustable suspension. And of course the gear shift, this is probably going to help with your rev matching if you want to have that, since we have the manual. I didn't want to have that on, I'll do that myself. Engine, efficient sport, sport plus, this is going to help to get your loudest exhaust setting you can possibly get. If you want to hear that real quick right now, I'll rev it up a little bit. You guys can hear that, really nice. We'll get a better exhaust note in a second. And then we're going to go through our traditional iDrive stuff. You know, there's not much to see here. It's pretty much everything we've seen with iDrive from media, navigation, and everything. So we don't really need to go through all that. And again, this is pretty much typical of what you're going to see in the normal 3 Series with a higher specification of the trim. So you have your all dials here, HVAC controls, and of course your stereo controls in a traditional volume button if you want to keep using that. This one does have the gesture controls if you want to turn. I think it's going to work. Yeah, there's no source available right now, but you do have the gesture controls if you want to do that. The sensor is right there, hidden behind this panel. Coming to the gauge cluster, again, it's cool when you're driving, but you can't do that much other stuff with it. There is a map navigation thing in the center, but it doesn't go full screen, and there's not that much customizability with it. Some people like that, some people don't like that, but I think for this car, it's probably good because you're going to want to drive this car more than just have all the stupid tech stuff in there. I personally don't like it, but people do shop for that stuff now. Really like the M stitching on the leather steering wheel, of course. Heated steering wheel button down here if you want to use that, but I'm not going to use that today. It's super hot. And again, so now I'm sitting in these M Sport seats, super bolstered and comfortable. The competition seats, I'm going to try to overlay this right now so I can show you, way more aggressive. They have carbon fiber on the backing. There's like holes through here. They save some weight. They look insane. I think those are going to be like the show wheels. If you want to kind of show off to your friends or something. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I think now we're gonna go take a look at the back seats, because I would say I'm in my driving position right now, but yeah, it's kind of tight. So let's go check that out real quick. Okay guys, let's go check out the back seats real quick. Again, similar treatment on the doors and everything, aluminum. You have your Harman Kardon speakers here. Let's step right in. And oh my gosh. Okay, maybe the seat's a little far back, but this is, if you're that tall, you're not gonna have a fun time sitting behind that passenger. This is probably more of a normal seating position for someone who's like my height, around 6'1", 6 feet tall. Oh, nice Alcantara on these seats here too, really cool. Yeah, it's not the best here. I think the competition seats might offer a little bit more room. They have a little bit more carved out pieces in the back. But yeah, so this is a driver's car at the end of the day, so you're probably going to want to be in the driver's seat instead of sitting in the back seat. But if you do have to haul people around, you can. They're just not going to be the most comfortable. The seats are pretty nice back here too. They have the leather perforation in the center, the leather on the sides. The center console does fold down. I think you have a ski pass through. through the back seat, which is nice if you want to put stuff in the trunk. Center console, you got 2 USB-C ports, your climate controls and air vents, which is nice to see. And that's pretty much it. There's not much to do back here other than sit down and enjoy the crazy ride that you're going to get with whoever's driving the new M3. I think we should hear the exhaust a little bit, but first let's go take a look under the engine, under the hood, to show you guys what's going on underneath there. Okay, so we're up on this. And of course with the BMW, a very traditional double latch, twice. And we're gonna come back to the gigantic grille and open up the hood. So underneath here, of course, we have the 3-liter twin turbocharged straight 6, as traditional with BMW cars. And we can see here that BMW has done a significant amount of bracing on the M3. So they've really tried to reinforce the front end of the car to make it as tight and as sharp as they possibly can. You can see this bracing all across the suspension, the strut towers and everything like that. Now, they're not carbon fiber as they used to be, but we're probably going to expect to see carbon fiber on like a CS or a CSL model later down the road. So hope to see that later in the future. Now, the M4 has a little bit different of a chassis tuning compared to the M3 sedan. This is just to kind of give the cars a different feel on the road and stuff. But yeah, that is a cool feature that they have done here. Nice M logo and everything. It's really hot underneath there too, so there is that. Even the headlights have their own little heat sinks. Massive alternator, someone pointed out before. Don't want to work on this, I could tell you that. It's going to be really tight to do that. Of course, this one has the lower engine output, so it's around 475, 471 horsepower. Of course, there is a 503-ish horsepower version with the all-wheel drive system. This one is rear-wheel drive only. I'm going to close the hood because I need 2 hands, and we're going to go take a look a little bit at the exhaust real quick.